He was a character. I got to tell one about Uncle Chop too. When what I remember about him is, well, this wasn't Daredevil, but he used to love to work with the youth, and as our pastor in Corinth, he'd take the youth to Caroga Lake every year to Caroga Lake was an amusement park where they had, a midway and rides and so forth. And they had this big hammer and bell there where you'd take a great big hammer, and the object was to, drive the bell ringer all the way up a stem that was probably, I don't know, 20, 30 feet in the air, try to ring a bell. And if you rang the bell, you'd win a prize. And of course, there was such, heavy leverage there and a spring action that hardly anybody could ring that bell. But boy, Uncle Chop, I remember him as a kid. Boy, one day he got up there and he just kept dinging that bell one swing after the next. And finally they asked him to leave because, he couldn't miss. Even Dad, I always used to think Dad was one of the strongest men in the world, but even Dad would only hit it maybe, 20-30% of the time he'd ring the bell. But boy, Uncle Chop was a very, very strong man.